When it comes to pursuing our dreams and goals, we often start with enthusiasm and good intentions. However, along the way, many people lose their motivation and give up. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about the power of waking up early and priming yourself for success.
All things on earth are small, but they are exceedingly wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they provide their food in the summer. The rock badgers are a people not mighty, yet they make their homes in the cliffs. The locusts have no king, yet all of them march in rank. The lizard you can take in your hands, yet it is in kings' palaces.
I believe that initially we all start with the best intentions. Our emotions and motivation drive us forward, but they can be difficult to sustain. Linear progress is rare, and it's important to recognize that both emotions and motivation are fleeting. However, these factors are not indicative of our deeper journey and should not dictate our commitment to our goals. In the face of adversity and disappointment, success often favors those who manage their expectations and persist. It's as if God rewards the most patient and persistent individuals. As the quote goes, it's not about the goal, it's who we become along the path to achievement.
And it's the same link always, www.coachjtzoomlink.com. All right, I hope to see you there, and let me know if you have any questions for me. I'll send you diagnostic questions tomorrow morning. Thanks, bye-bye.
Te damos las gracias, Señor, por tu bendición, por tu provisión, por estos alimentos, por esta familia, Señor, que realmente sirve a ti. So today we're going to look at Proverbs 30. 4 things on earth are small. 4 cosas en la tierra son pequeñas. 4 cosas en la tierra son pequeñas, pero son muy sabias. The ants are people not strong, yet they provide their food in the summer. Y como él sabe eso, lo que hace es que hace su casa alta
para que no lo puedan coger esos depredadores. Depredadores son como animales, como los coyotes, como animales que se los pueden comer. Esas 4 cosas son pequeñas, pero son muy sabias. ¿A qué se está refiriendo esto? Nosotros también ante Dios somos pequeños, muy pequeños ante Dios. Muchas veces pensamos que nuestra vida es muy importante, lo que hacemos es muy importante, y la verdad que somos así, chiquiticos para Dios, porque Dios es más grande que todos nosotros. Y para entrar en gracia con Dios, hay que venir en fe y arrepentimiento. Cuando eso pasa, nos alineamos otra vez, así como Adán y Eva estaban alineados en el jardín con Dios antes de que pecaran, ¿sí? Y tenían paz, tranquilidad y tenían abundancia en todas las áreas de sus vidas. ¿Vale? Ok. Las amo. Ahorita. Buen provecho.
Are you tired of hitting the snooze button, feeling like you're constantly playing catch up with your day? Well, my friend, get ready for a game-changing revelation. In today's video, we're going to unlock the incredible benefits of waking up early and how it can supercharge your life in ways you've never imagined. We're talking about increased productivity, heightened focus, and a head start on your goals. Imagine what you could achieve if you had extra hours to conquer your goals. So get ready to unlock your true potential and achieve your dreams and become the best version of yourself, embracing the power of waking up early, or in my case, the 3 a.m. club. So stop hitting the snooze button and hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, let's go. So one of the things that most of my friends, most of my circle of influence constantly, they poke fun of me, is the idea of getting up super early. I'm up at 3:10 a.m. every single day of the week, 7 days a week. And so then the question is like, what time do you go to bed? This is a typical question people ask me, what time do you go to bed? I believe the perfect day starts the night before. And so if you invite me anywhere, it doesn't matter who you are, and it's not between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., I simply will tactfully, nicely decline your invitation because I am in bed every single day by 8:30 p.m. max. Right, I get my girls to bed right between 7:30 and 8, and then that gives me a good 30 minutes to get things ready and head to bed. Now, before I do that, what I actually like to do is I like to leave everything out. I like to plan out the clothes I'm gonna wear the morning for my workout, that morning for my workout. I also put my coffee maker, everything is set up for my coffee. My Bible is out in the chapter of book that I'm gonna be reading. I also pull aside my other book. I read 2 different things throughout the morning. I read my Bible first thing in the morning for about an hour, and then I read another book maybe for another 30 to 45 minutes. And so I put all my books out. Everything is set out on the table. I make sure that I'm as soon as the alarm clock goes off, all I have to do is really just pick things up and get going with my day. So super strategic the night before, and that's what allows me to get up so early and be so efficient first thing in the morning. My alarm goes off at 3:10, and the first thing I actually do when that alarm goes off, this is going to sound absolutely crazy, but this is something that I learned a long time ago, and it's that the muscles in your face really, really dictate how your brain feels, right? So think about this. If you were really, really upset, and all of a sudden you put a big, silly grin on your face, you wouldn't stay upset very long, right? That would go away really, really quickly. And the reason for that is because there is that cognitive, dissonance where your brain is like, wait a second, he's feeling a certain way, but his face is doing something else. And so what I do first thing in the morning when my alarm goes off at 3:10 is I smile, right? Because naturally I don't feel like getting up, and it actually feels uncomfortable. And the easy thing to do is to roll over, hit the snooze button, and just continue to sleep. But instead of doing that, I put a big smile on my face, right? And then I start to reframe ideas in my mind, because for some odd reason in the morning, I think it's my brain just in protection mode. I get all the ideas on why certain things are not going to work out throughout the day. I get a lot of catabolic ideas like the first maybe 2 minutes of waking up. And so because I know myself, I start to reframe those things in my mind. I start to think very different about those particular things. And that thought leads me to a different emotion, which then leads me to the action of doing my very first sit-up of the day, right? I call that my very first sit-up of the day. And what actually gets me up is when I start to think through my goals, the things I want to achieve, how satisfied I felt the last time I got up and did everything I needed to do, especially my workout. And those things start to sort of work in my brain and they actually get me out of bed and they allow me to do my very first sit-up, right? And so the next thing I do is I jump in the shower. People also make fun of me because I shower even though I'm about to go work out. But the reason I shower is because that water hitting my body radically changes my physical state, right? My physiology immediately is impacted and I start to feel different, right? I start to feel good and it charges me up. So I shower quickly, I put on my workout clothes, I go through the whole process of, combing my hair because it makes me feel good. People are like, why would you shower? Why would you comb your hair? No one's gonna see you. My gym's at home, right? Why would you do all those things? Because it makes me feel good, right? I'm showing up for myself, not for anyone else. And so I do things that make me feel good. And my friend, I'm here to tell you that if there are things that make you feel good, by all means, go do those things because those are the things that are going to activate. And then, of course, the next thing I do is I grab a cup of coffee. I love espresso. I have absolutely no qualms with coffee. And so I get a cup of coffee. It gets me going. It's sort of my pre-workout. And then I head to a 50 minute circuit train workout, right? This is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Mondays, I do chest, shoulders, tris, and core. I like that type of breakdown because what that allows me to do is be super intentional with muscle groups that work in conjunction. So your chest works, your triceps works shoulders. And so I work all of those muscle groups on Monday. On Tuesday, I do slow burn cardio for 60 minutes. I usually listen to a podcast or listen to something on Audible. Then on Wednesday, I do legs, core. Thursday, I do slow burn again. Fridays, I do back, bicep, core. And then Saturdays, I do slow burn. Sundays, I rest. Okay, so this is all very played out already. I'm obviously changing my exercises continuously, but that's the idea. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do resistance training. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, I do my slow burn cardio. And I go for about 50 minutes max of resistance training. When I get done with that, I feel amazing because I've activated my physiology. You know the saying, motion creates emotion. And I have all of these really anabolic thoughts going through my head. I'm creative. And so then I head over to feed my spirit. I open up my Bible. I usually start off in the proverb of the day. And then I head over to one of the books I'm studying. Currently, I'm in the Old Testament. And so I'm going through the first 5 books of the Old Testament. So I spend about an hour and a half there praying, meditating, thinking through the Word of God and pouring truth into my mind. That is the main thing that I do. I don't always get these epiphanies, but I am pouring truth into me because as soon as I head out the door, the world is trying to disciple me. And so I'd rather disciple myself before I get influenced by the things of this world. And so I feed my spirit. Secondly, I feed my body in the mornings. I like to eat a protein, a good fat. And I usually, that's usually what it's composed of. I'll have an omelet and then I'll have maybe an avocado with some coffee. And that's my breakfast. And so I feed my body. And of course, at right around 5:45, 6 in the morning, I'm waking my daughters up. I'm the one who gets them ready for school. And then from there, I actually, I do their devotional. So I go into one of the, inside of the Proverbs, I'll take 1 or 2 verses from there. And, my daughters are 4 and 7, so I can't get too theological with them. And so what I do is I actually take some practical things. We have a discussion as they're eating breakfast. I'm feeding them their breakfast and then they're off to school at 7 a.m. and I begin my workday. My friend, this is basically how I break things down, and I do this pretty much 7 days a week. The only thing I keep out, Saturday and Sunday is obviously the waking my daughters up early and getting them ready because on Saturday and Sunday they're off. And so that's the idea behind getting up. But I can tell you right now that whole plan that I just mentioned primes me for the day for success. I feel like I'm ready to take the world on, and it is one of the most amazing hacks that I have. And if you can cultivate going to bed early, getting up early, it's going to radically change your life. We're talking, like I mentioned earlier, increased productivity, heightened focus, and a head start on your goals, which is amazing. My friend, I hope you've enjoyed this video. More importantly, as I always say, I hope you take action, because if not, this was a waste of time, and I don't want that to happen. I want you to take full advantage of what I just said, incorporate some of these things, leave your comments down below. If we're not family yet and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. I look forward to connecting with you here. I love speaking about things that strengthen the mind, the body, and the spirit. Today, we talked about my morning routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.